If cookies are your love language, here's the recipe for the best brown butter chocolate chip cookies of all time. Start by putting 3/4 cup of butter on low heat on the stove. First, it will start to bubble up like this, and eventually it'll turn this beautiful golden brown color. Take it off the heat, then add in 1 cup of brown sugar and 1/4 cup of white sugar. Mix that until just combined, then add in 1 large egg yolk, a whole egg, and a tablespoon of vanilla. This is 3 times as much vanilla as normal, and I promise you it's worth it. Then add in 1 3/4 cups of spoon and level all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon salt. Mix this until just combined, then add in 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips or 8 ounces of chopped chocolate. From there, scoop your cookie dough into 2-ounce balls, roll them between your hands, and then I like to do this trick where you add a few more pieces of chocolate to the top of each cookie. Then you need to chill these cookies for at least 30 minutes. This really helps them to deepen in flavor and leads to a better texture. Cover them, place them in the fridge, then when you're ready, bake at 350 for 11 to 12 minutes. Always top your cookies with a little sea salt, and that is it. Best chocolate chip cookies you'll ever eat.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now, you've probably wondered where holidays come from.
There are some things, though, I know for certain. Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck. And fall in love whenever you can.
I think I can confidently guarantee you guys that you will not find a better Twix cookie recipe online. Because this one right here tastes just like a Twix candy bar, but better. It's funny because I wanted to make Crumble's version of a Twix cookie and it just was not right at all. A Twix cookie needs a shortbread base. That is a hill I will gladly die on. I started off this recipe by making my caramel so it would cool down by the time I topped my cookies with it. All I did was combine my soft caramel candies and heavy cream and microwaved it in increments until it was nice and smooth. This process takes patience, so please be patient, guys. Then I combined all of my wet ingredients for my shortbread cookie base until it was nice and smooth and no more lumps remained. Then I folded in my dry ingredients. This cookie base is super simple. We love to see it. When you make your dough balls, you're gonna wanna make sure you roll that ball in between the palm of your hand so you smooth it out as much as possible before making your indents in the cookie with your 1/4 measuring cup. I baked my cookies for 12 minutes, but at the 10-minute mark, I pulled out my baking sheet, rounded out my cookies, and indented the middle a little bit more before putting them back in the oven and baking for an additional 2 minutes. It's very important that you have nice indents in the middle of your cookie because caramel is very finicky and it will run off your cookie. That happened to me twice in the recipe development process. You do not want that to happen to you. Then I grabbed a bag of chocolate chips, added a little bit of vegetable oil to them, stirred up the chocolate chips, and microwaved those chips in 30-second intervals, stirring in between to get the consistency of chocolate I wanted. A full bag of chocolate chips will leave you with a lot of extra chocolate, just a heads up. Finally, I topped my cookies with caramel, drizzled my chocolate, and finished them off with toffee pieces. For the toffee, I found a bag of Heath bar chocolate that was crushed up, and that is the perfect topping for these cookies if you can find it at your local store. If you make these cookies yourself, please shoot me a comment and let me know how much you enjoyed them.
Today we're going to be making mango coconut oatmeal. We're going to add in our oatmeal. The whole packet works. Add our dried mangoes. Cheers.
You're gonna wanna stop scrolling and save this cookie recipe. These are the easiest, most delicious cookies and cream cookies you will ever make. And these are massive. Who doesn't love a giant cookie? Although if you want to make them smaller, you absolutely can as well. You're going to start off by creaming your cold butter and sugars. You do not need a stand mixer, but creaming cold butter is just easier with one, so if you have it, use it. Once your butter and sugars are light and fluffy, mix in your eggs, egg yolks, and vanilla. Then start slowly mixing in your dry ingredients. You should whisk these together first before adding them into your mixing bowl. I was just behind on time, so I was rushing. But clearly they will turn out just fine if you don't mix the dry together first, so no worries if you forget. Once your dough just starts coming together, you can begin to add your mix-ins in. The mix-ins do not specifically have to match mine, just make sure you're using 2 cups of a white chocolate and 2 cups of Oreo. I used pieces of large Oreos, mini Oreos, Hershey's cookies and cream bars, and white chocolate chips. And then I made 12 equal-sized cookie dough balls with a whole Oreo inside of them. I'm sorry that I don't have ounces for you guys. My scale will be fixed soon. I then added more Oreo pieces on top and baked on 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes. Yes, 400 degrees. I know it sounds super hot, but these were super large cookie dough balls that I wanted nice and browned on the outside and gooey on the inside, so 400 is the standard temp for that type of cookie. And they turned out exactly as I wanted them to, soft and gooey on the inside and absolutely addicting. Yesterday, I was minding my business, scrolling my For You page, and came across a recipe for what was called a rockstar cookie. This is a Cooking with Carly recipe, and she clearly already snapped and did her thing on this cookie, but I knew I had to adapt it and make it the 3rd cookie in my series dedicated to my dad. First and foremost, the name got me. Because yes, even though food was one of my dad and I's favorite love languages, music was definitely our number one. Specifically, rock music. Now I humbly consider myself to have a really great taste in music, but it would be nothing today without the influence of my father. He is the reason I love the Stones, the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Genesis, U2, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Lynyrd Skynyrd. I could go on forever. He's the reason why Dark Side of the Moon was the first vinyl I bought when I got a record player. Why I had literally 24 hours to myself in London, and the only thing I cared about getting done was going to see where Comfortably Numb was recorded. And why I fully grasp how monumental the impact a band like Led Zeppelin had on the world. Speaking of Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love was his ringtone, so now I can't listen to that or Stairway to Heaven or Thank You without bawling like a baby. Thanks, Dad, you dick. Super hilarious side note, up until 2022, I 100% believed that me and my dad had went to Led Zeppelin's farewell tour. I am 29, so that is physically impossible. It ended up being a really, really great cover band that toured for many years and was beloved among Zeppelin fans across the country. So yeah, anyway, props to my dad for the amazing musical influence in my life. And it wasn't just rock, it was oldies, it was jazz, it was Motown. He loved Motown. So of course I do as well, and it really just hit me. This man is not gone. He will be living through me until the end. These also remind me of him because there's a little bit of everything in them, and there was a little bit of everything in him.
You've never been to the mall unless you've had a delicious, testy baked cookie cake. That is a traditional American cookie cake recipe that you can find at basically every single mall, and today I'm going to show you how to make it right at home. All you're going to do is dump your nuts in the sink just like that. No rinse necessary since we will be cooking it. Then you're going to grab your cookie dough and basically spread it on the bottom of your cast iron pan. This brings back so many great memories from my childhood when my Meemaw would dump my nuts in the sink and then put them in a cast iron pan. And you need to make sure you get all sides of the pan with your cookie dough or it will not turn out just how we like it. And here's the super fun part. You can even let the kiddos do it. All you're going to do is just dump your nuts into the cookie cake pan just like that. And then you're going to throw it in your oven for around 10 to 15 minutes, nothing more. Once it's golden brown, you know it's done. Make sure you are very careful because it is hot. And then do not forget, guys, to give it a try and let me know, have you ever been to the mall and eaten a delicious cookie?
Estás equivocada, yo lo sé que fallé porque fui fiel la noche de ayer y siempre me arrepentiré. Y de rodillas te pido, mujer, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí, perdóname, que si alguna vez sentiste algo lindo por mí,
¿Cómo quieres que te perdone si te fuiste de mi lado sin dejarme ninguna explicación? No te importó si yo comía o sufría o se partía en dos mi corazón. Ahora me viene a confesar que estás arrepentido, que hay mucha herida que está nadie en ti, yo no confío. Yo pensé que solamente tú eras mío, y yo te lo digo todo mal agradecido.
Come back to me, dice sorry. Si tú no estás conmigo, mami, I am not.
No.
Yes.
No. Glory. What? You're being mean. Stop it. Stop it. I have been second to Joe my whole life in everything. And I will not be the person you settle for just because you cannot have her. I won't do it. I won't, not when I've spent my entire life loving you.
Even if you despise me.
إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار
Bowl, dark brown sugar, white sugar. Where's the butter? Pot, butter. Brown it, little more. Good enough. Butter. Mix. Watch out. 1 egg. Don't forget vanilla. Mix. Faster. Flour. Baking soda. Salt. Mix. Hurry up. Chocolate chips. More. I said more. Mix. Behind you, it better look like this. Pan. Nutella. Freeze it. Pan. Cookie dough. Flatten. Nutella. Roll it. Bake it 350. Take it out after 15 minutes. Let it cool, okay? Perfect. Wait. Drizzle. Anyways, time to eat. Ready. Take a bite. More. Little more. We're done for now.
Let's face it, backcountry food can suck. Let's change that. My name's Colin. Over the past 3 years, I've been creating backcountry recipes so that you can go from boring backcountry food to food that'll make every other camper jealous. So come follow along as we transform your backcountry experience.
The #1 most popular recipe on my blog this year was these strawberry cheesecake cookies. They have a thick sugar cookie base, diced strawberries added in, and a creamy vanilla cheesecake filling. You will fall in love.
Oatmeal cinnamon cookies, and in my opinion they are the only cookie I want to be consuming when I transition from summer to fall. They come together in one bowl, making for a simple recipe and easy cleanup. Plus they taste absolutely incredible, so go ahead and save this recipe now so you have it on hand to make later. You're going to start by adding your soft butter and sugar to a bowl and mixing that until it is creamed together before adding in an egg and vanilla extract. Once that is completely combined, add in your dry ingredients and stir until your dough is formed. Scoop your batter onto a lined baking sheet and place your oatmeal cinnamon cookies in the oven to bake. While your cookies are baking, make your 2-ingredient icing, and once they have baked, they are ready to be iced and enjoyed. Welcome to day 19 of my 25 Days of Christmas series, where I am sharing 25 Christmas-inspired recipes from now up until Christmas Eve. These are my iced oatmeal vanilla latte cookies, and they are so good. You're going to start by taking 1 stick of unsalted butter and adding it to a bowl with your sugar and mixing it until it is well combined. You're going to add in your egg, vanilla bean paste, and a tablespoon of instant espresso. Once all of that is combined, add in your dry ingredients and fold until they are all mixed together. Using a cookie scoop, scoop your cookies out onto a lined sheet tray and place them in the oven for they're baking. Make your ice topping, which is just powdered sugar, milk, vanilla, and cinnamon. Top your cookies with that delicious icing and they're ready to be enjoyed. Make sure you follow along so you don't miss what I have in store for day 20 of our Christmas series. Iced oatmeal cinnamon cookies are the perfect dessert to bring to any holiday party this season. These are sweet, chewy, and packed with all of your fall flavors like cinnamon. Plus, they come together in one bowl and only bake for 10 minutes. You're gonna start by creaming together your butter and both of your sugars. Once those are combined, add in an egg, molasses, and a touch of vanilla. Mix those until your batter is light and fluffy, and then slowly incorporate all of your dry ingredients. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper and scoop your cookies out onto your cookie sheet. Bake them for 9 to 11 minutes and top them with that delicious icing. I'm telling you, these are going to be a hit at your house or holiday party this season. Make sure you follow along so you never miss an easy recipe.